So, hello everyone, here we are again for another workout for this week, and today we are going to kind of continue our search of how we can use home equipment for working out. Today, as you can see, we are going to work out with a stick. I'm using a broomstick here. Broomstick has the advantage that it is a little bit longer. If you want, you can use a walking stick, whatever you can find. Go get one. If you have a broomstick, your first exercise will be to take off the head of the broomstick so that we just can work with the stick here. And then let's go. So, and let's go for a warm-up. So stand first, have the stick in front of you, and now take your feet a little bit back and come with your upper body all the way to the front so that your upper body gets long and straight. Have your arms straight, come all the way front and down. We do this 5 times. So you lean your upper body to the front, you try to push your hip as much back as you can, and you kind of sink through with your head between your arms. Then you come up again, then you come again forward. This is number 3, all the way to the front. Always try to make your back a little bit more straight. And 4, push the stick away from you as you go down. And come back and up, and then we go for a last one. And all the way back and down, 5. Then from there you take the stick to the front and you hold it right and left quite outside on the stick, and you want to take a step forward and bend your knee, your front knee, and come with your hands as much back as you can. And alternating your feet, you come forward, come with your arms as much back as possible, come back, and this is 2, as much as you can to the front. Really get your arms back and try to relax your shoulders so that your shoulders are not coming too much up. Yeah, and keep alternating your feet. Arms are going back, and foot forward. You have your weight on your front leg, and your shoulders are down, and then you go one more time. Okay, and this was the last repetition. Now we go from here and we kind of let the stick sink down right and left. So you bend one knee, have the other one straight, and you touch with the stick the ground. Your upper body while you do this is very long and straight, as I show you here from the side, so you don't have to turn to the side. You don't want to have your upper body round, but you want to have your back long and straight. Hip comes back and down, and one knee bends, one knee stretches. Go with the stick as much down to the ground. It might help here to use a carpet so that the stick is not sliding too much. Otherwise, just push it into the ground and shift your weight right and left, bringing the stick down to the ground and down, and go for a few more repetitions. So down, have the knee pointing to the front, and stretch outside. So both knees are always pointing forward, your feet are always pointing forward, and you keep switching right and left. And keep going down, and one more repetition. And then we come to our next movement. Okay, our next movement, you stand again, you grab the stick again, right and left outside, and then you bring the stick as much back and down as you can behind your back. So you stretch up. You don't want to lean your head too much to the front. You want to have your upper body long and straight and just see how far you can come down. And yeah, you want to have a nice rhythm here with this movement, so don't be too slow. Just keep going. Okay, for the next movement, you just stand, you stretch the stick up to the ceiling, and then you bring your shoulders up and down towards your ears and all the way back and down. So here the stick and the arms are basically not moving. The movement is just coming from the shoulders. So I'm pulling the shoulders up and down. Okay, so then we go from here for the next one, which is a little bit fun. So you want to do kind of rope skipping. with the bar. So you have the stick behind you, you step through it, then you come as much up as you can. You might have to switch the hands. And then you go again, front and down. And you rope skip. This is number 2. And you come back and up. Good. And you go front and down. This is 3. The idea is here to have a little bit of fun with the stick and also lifting the legs, coordinating hands and feet, or everything together, so that we warm not only the muscles up but also the nervous system. And then again, one last one, front and down. And then again, that's it for an exercise. So our next movement is then a squat with the stick on the back. So what I do is I hold the stick in the back, nice warm up for the shoulders as well, and I have contact with my stick on my sacrum, on the thoracic spine and on the back of the head. And then I just go down into a squat. So from there I try to keep the contact and I go as much down as I can while keeping the contact. So you don't want to go all the way down, but you want to go as much down as you can, holding the contact with your back and also have a nice rhythm to it. Now, we go through the same movements we had from before, only we go a little bit faster. Yeah, I'm lost. So we start and we go forward and step. And so stick comes to the front, step back, step front, step up. And just keep going front and back. And stepping back. And front. And stepping back. And front. And then you go from there, taking a step forward, coming with your hands all the way up, bringing your weight to your front leg, alternating the feet right and left, and also here being much faster than before because it's like a dynamic warm-up. So first we kind of got to know the exercises. Now you just want to keep moving. So stretch right and left up and down, shoulders are down. And keep going. And we have like one more movement. And then we go for the next one, which is stick right and left down on the ground. So from here you step out to the right, out to the left, and the stick always comes down to the ground, and you have your knee pointing forward and your toes pointing forward. Remember to have your back long and straight and free. And keep going, make it nice, make it look nice, make long straight lines. And then 5. And then you stand and you want to bring the stick back behind you. So standing straight, you come down as much as you can and up, and down as much as you can and up, down and down, and 5. And then you just come with your shoulders up and down. So this time you stretch the stick to the ceiling and you just want to mobilize the shoulders. And 5 and back. And then we go for rope skipping with the stick. So you stand and you step through the stick and you bring it as elegant as possible back and up behind you. And then front and down. And then back and up behind you. You can also, since it's the second round, I didn't do this here on this video, but you can also, of course, have the stick circling backwards. So I go here in the same direction, but of course you could also go backwards just to have a bit more variety. And try to keep your shoulders as much down as you can. And then we go for our last exercise, which are the squats with the stick. So you hold contact and then you go as much down as you can while holding the contact. And 3, 2 times, 4, and then the last one, 5, and that is it for a warm-up. So now we are going through the individual exercises of the circle. So join me here when I show the movement so that you don't lose all your warming up, and also that you can pick your variation, because for some exercises we have easier variations. So now first one is a squat with the stick over your head. So you keep stretching the stick up above your head and you try to come as much down as possible into this squat. Now, going down, coming up, you might feel that you cannot come all the way down or that you round your back a lot. When you have this problem, you take a little elevation. So I take here just some weight bars, but you see it's not very big. It's like maybe a centimeter high or something. So you can also take a book, or sometimes when I don't have like weight bars like this one, I use shoes. So I just stand on the back of the shoes. You will feel that when you go down into a squat now, that suddenly the whole thing is much easier and you can go all the way down. So especially if you are not used to going squats all the way down, it's a nice variation to just elevate the heels a little bit and then suddenly be able to go the whole way. So the next one, we do a plank over the stick. So this means we just want to do a plank walk. Now I put my stick here on a little block. You can also use a book just to make it a bit more exciting. You can also have the stick flat on the ground, just like this. It's a bit more elevated, it's a bit more challenging. So you come into a plank and now you just want to step over the stick without the stick falling down. If possible, you lift right hand and right leg at the same time. So here I come a little bit to the front. Again, my hip could be a little bit more down, but it is better compared to the last videos. So now you just want to walk over the stick right and left. So for the next one, we try to separate the broomstick and make it 2 broomsticks. So you take the stick to the front, and then you come with the stick down, and while you go down, you pull the stick outside. So it's not about going back and down behind your head, but it is about pulling right and left. You have the hands in a U shape. And for the next one, we go again into a fast movement. So we put the stick either flat on the ground or on a little book. And now everything you do is you want to step or run right and left. And then when you reach the end of the stick, you go backwards. Do this according with the speed, according to your fitness level. So you can also step slowly over the stick and then come back. Yeah, I wanted to stop. Then I remembered that I wanted to show how to step slowly. So you go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And then, of course, the whole thing backwards again. Okay. And here, my favorite exercise, leaning forward. So we take the stick to the front, holding on right and left. Now, you come, of course, from here and lean to the front, stretching your upper body long forward. The leg pushes back and the hands stretch to the front. With stretching the hands to the front, you add a little bit an extra twist to this exercise. And of course, in the first round, we do one leg, and then in the second round, we do the other side. So now, crab, rabbit, or dog. So basically, you pick your animal and you want to step over the stick. So we put our stick down on the floor again. And then we start here with the crab walking. So you come on your fours, belly button points towards the ceiling, and then we just walk right and left over the stick. So you go, you put your feet, you lift your hands, try to make it look nice, and then you have extra fun by walking backwards. So stepping and stepping, taking your hands over and then fiddling around. And then if you don't like this, you can also go for dog. So basically you just come, or bear crawl I think is the official name. So you come on your fours, you lift your knees, and then you step over the stick, and then you walk to the other side and you step over the stick. And then you either turn around or you walk backwards. I turn around here because I'm lazy and because I don't want to have it on camera how the stick falls down. Or you go for rabbit hopping. So this means you go from here, put your hands over the stick, and then just hop over. And then come back and again hop over. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Okay, and now you want to pull the stick back and down. So you're standing straight. We are basically doing the same movement as what we did before in the warm-up. You bring your shoulders away from your ears and then you pull the stick down as much as you can. Shoulders away from your ears, stick down as much as you can. The next one is hopping on one leg. So you stand at the end of the stick, and again you pick one leg, and in the next round you do the other leg, and you either walk sideways if you don't want to hop. So then you just step sideways, and walk down. Of course, then to the other side, so that you don't have to worry about right and left, because you do both here. You can do this in any speed you want. Or you hop. So going from here, you just hop and hop and hop. Don't worry about your speed, worry about your form. So, now these are the exercises for the circle. You know the drill. So every exercise 45 seconds, and when it beeps you start, when it beeps you stop. So off you go, and we go pushing the stick over the head, and you want to go down in squats for 45 seconds, and then afterwards we do a 20-second break. So just keep going up and down. Remember to have your back long and straight. Maybe you also want to have these little elevations under your heels. Keep going, a little bit more. And just always kind of run through your checklist in your head to have your upper body as long and straight as possible. And keep going. And down, yeah, very good. And a little bit more. And then stop. So now you have your 20-second well-deserved break, and of course you want to start to get ready for your plank walk over the stick. So you can already put the stick on the ground. If you want, elevate it a little bit, kind of focus on the movement and go into a plank position. And then 3, 2, 1, go. And let's go walk over the stick. Remember, right hand, right leg. Try not to throw the stick down. Try to be in control of what you're doing here. Again, don't focus on how many repetitions you can do for the time being, but try to focus on doing the movement as nice as possible. Keep going, right and left. You can also, for the next round, kind of turn around so that then your feet are elevated. This then gives the whole thing a little bit an extra twist again to just have a bit of variation. So keep going a little bit longer. And then 3, 2, 1, and stop. So now you want to turn the stick into 2 sticks. So stand, shoulders go away from your ears, and then you have the stick behind you and you try to pull it as much outside as you can. And keep pulling and keep pulling and keep pulling. And do breaks in between. I usually do like repetitions of 5 seconds. So I hold for 5 seconds to the maximum, and then I relax for like 2-3 seconds, and then I hold again for 5 seconds to the maximum, and I pull, and then I relax for 5 seconds. So a little bit longer, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling, and come back and down. So the next one is our agility one. So get ready again, use your brake to put the stick on the ground again. And then remember, we want to go right and left and right and left and right and left as fast as you can. So go from here and put the stick on the ground. Get ready, steady, and go. So right and left as fast as you can, small and fast steps. Remember, always put the form first, so go as fast as you can without throwing the stick down. Make small steps, very small and fast steps, going up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. And keep your hands moving front and back so that your upper body also gets some toning here. And keep going, keep going. We have a little bit longer. Front and back, go. And a bit more, maybe you make it again to the end of the stick. And then we are done. Okay, so 20 seconds break again, and then we want to balance on one leg. So here again, remember which leg you will have up or you are going to have up, so that you know how to change afterwards. So then from here, go 3, 2, 1, and stretch the stick out in front of you. Lean your upper body to the front, have your shoulders down, and come back and up. Again, this one is a slow movement, especially after the other one where we were very fast. So now here you want to move slowly, stretch your stick to the back as much as you can, to the front as much as you can. Come with your heel up, back as much as possible, and keep going. Yeah, a little bit longer. You might manage one more round, and go stretch all the way. And then it's 3, 2, and 1. So now here, remember which animal you had picked. You can also, since we have 3 rounds, or you want to do altogether 3 rounds maybe, you can take each round one animal. Or, yeah, you know, it's your choice. So anyway, stick on the ground and go into your animal of choice. I chose the rabbit because I had a lot of pasta this evening, so I wanted to kind of make it like super efficient. And we go in the rabbit right and left. So again, you can also choose dog or crab walking, so this is up to you really. Or you do it really that you do one round the one animal and the second round the second animal. So if you are not sure, I would recommend to kind of try out for 45 seconds each time, so that afterwards you know, okay, I prefer this or that animal. So 3, 2, 1, and come back. So now we go from here, and this is the one where we are going to pull the stick back, up and down. So you want to stand and then bring the stick up and pull it back and down behind your head. So pull the stick outside and then go up and down. So it's a little bit similar to what we did before, only here we alternate the movement up and down. Since a lot of people don't have, unfortunately, these bars at home, is something I would really recommend getting, because it's a super training for your upper body, and it's very, very difficult to kind of subsidize it with something else. Anyway, enough with my shopping tips here. So keep pulling the stick outside and go back and down behind your head. Make sure that your head is not coming too much to the front. And keep going. Up and down. Little bit longer. 3, 2, 1, and finish. So, and now we are for the last movement of this circle. So get ready, come into, put the stick again on the ground and then either run sideways over the stick as I showed you before, or go hopping on one leg, and remember which leg you are using so that afterwards you can do the other ones. So now, and off we go. So Again, preferable you keep the leg up in between. I don't know, I had this today, a very bad balance problem, so my foot always came down. But you try to keep it up and you go. And of course, the closer you get to your book, the higher the stick gets. So, and then you work your way down. So you go with one leg now, then in the second round you go with the other leg, and then in the third round I would recommend going up with one leg, coming down with the other leg, so that this is equally balanced. So now time flies when you are having fun. So 3 and 2 and then 1 and finish. So that's it. Now catch your breath for a little bit and then go to location 1707 and start the whole madness again. So, and that's it again for a workout today with our broomstick. Again, I'm always myself amazed how much you can actually do with these things that you find in your household. So we will continue this, trying to use things that you actually don't consider a workout gear, to use them for a like whole body functional workout. If you enjoyed and you like this workout also, give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You are helping me tremendously with this. And I will see you next week. Bye bye.